Maid of honor got drunk and confessed to be in love with my fiance, gets angry because she's uninvited.
Oh. We had one similar to this in the beginning, don't you remember? And she overheard in the bathroom her crying on her bachelorette day.
Maybe this is the
other story.
Yeah, the other side. No, literally.
To start off, and before I get attacked, she's been uninvited because she told me to my face in front of several family members and friends that he could have done better.
Ah.
She has only met my fiance once in her life, and I'm 100% sure of this. Here's what happened. We announced our engagement to my family and friends 2 months ago, but I had a family party to celebrate with some close friends and family members, the maid of honor and the bridesmaids, as well as some cousins, aunts, my mum, etc. The girls made lots of delicious cocktails, we played some games, and everyone was having fun until maid of honor started getting dizzy on her 5th+ Jello shot. And Miss Ma'am starts getting wild. Can't stop laughing. No one knows what she's laughing at, but we all laugh anyway. All of a sudden, she goes off about how lucky I am, how she never thought her gamer alternative weird friend would get married, and how my fiance is probably out of my league, so it's 100% luck you hit jackpot.
Absolutely not.
Right. She starts praising the man. We're all like, trying to get her some water so she can sit down and shut up. Cousin starts getting really angry, calls her out for saying those things, so they start screaming at each other. I'm trying to call a cab so she can leave before my family stones her. My mum finally asks her to stop. She says something like, Jackie, you don't want people to get the wrong idea. I don't think you're meaning to say what you're saying right now. But Jackie just won't shut up. And she says, well, if I'd been there, the story would have been different. My fiance and I met on the last year of college. She went to college overseas for 4 years, which is why they've only met once for like 30 minutes. And that's when I exploded and told her she wasn't coming to the wedding anymore. Not if she's going to say all those things to me in my own house. I know she was drunk, but I just can't forget what she said. Some of the bridesmaids feel really bad for her and are asking me to let her be part of the wedding party. I'm not sure if I'm wrong or not. She hasn't talked to me since that night, but we've been friends for many years, so I feel like maybe I could talk to her about it. It's just weird. I was thinking of letting her come to the wedding as a guest, but the anger with which she says those words won't leave me alone. Thoughts?
Her friends are saying that she should be part of the wedding party. So not even just a guest to be part of the party after you know she's got eyes on for the groom, your husband-to-be. Absolutely not.
I can't believe he went for someone like you.
Absolutely
If I had
not.
been present, it would not have happened. And
Wow.
and I will not be marrying him in the presence of you either.
Yeah,
I understand. She said if I was there, it would have happened. And now you want to invite her there, so it won't happen.
Am I the asshole for lying to my girlfriend about the time we're supposed to arrive for an event? My girlfriend is really bad at being early or on time for things. This usually causes us to be late for things, and we both hate being late. But she always repeats the same things that cause us to be late. Here are the factors that lead us to being late. She has IBS. This is something that's out of her control but contributes to us being late. If she's too tired, she will insist on getting an hour of sleep in. She putters around the house watching...
Before you go?
Dang, an hour. She putters around the house watching TV shows on her phone while she tries to do other things. She insists on breakfast and spends time cooking and eating, and she never rushes for this. She spends a long time trying to figure out what clothes she wants to wear. Sometimes she will put out clothes, not like how she looks in them, and then go find other choices to put on. She spends a lot of time putting on makeup. She needs to bring extra things like wipes, water, and sometimes extra clothes if we're going to be out for a long time. I've tried speaking to her about this before, and I told her that she needs to focus on getting ready so we don't end up running late. Usually 1 or 2 things will happen. She'll either get mad at me for getting on her about being late, she'll tell me that she actually is trying to hurry and that I'm not noticing, or she'll be sad that she knows we are running late and tells me to go without her. Yesterday, we were going to a small event a friend of mine put on. I told my girlfriend we needed to be there for 12 p.m. As expected, the above mentioned thing happened, and she kept asking me if I was mad at her because we were running late. I told her it's okay, but we needed to go. As expected, she didn't finish getting ready until 12:16. She apologized for us taking so long and asked me how long it would take for us to get there. And she asked me if my friends would be mad at the both of us. I told her that it was okay because I lied and that the event doesn't really start at 12 p.m. and it actually starts at 1:30 p.m. She was livid and she told me that I was being a huge asshole for lying to her and making her rush for all that time. I told her that this was good because now we were going to arrive early for something. She told me that this wasn't the point and focused on me lying to her. Now, I don't know if what I did was wrong or not. She spent the whole day speaking to me as little as possible. And then edit to add, I appreciate everyone's answers. Just to be clear, some FAQs here. She doesn't know how to drive, so if we can't leave together, then she likely will just opt out and not come. She doesn't have ADHD or ADD, and this is a frequent question for the both of us, but we've been together for 4 years, and I can probably count on my hand the number of things we've been early to. Top comment. While I think you are not the asshole because there are always late people messing it up for the rest of us, I also think the better option is to say we need to leave at 11 a.m. and at 11:15, leave without her every single time. If she's pissed you left without her, tell her to start getting ready earlier. That's it. My chronically late friend fixed herself when we stopped waiting or adjusting our lives for her. She would show up like an hour and a half late for dinner, and we'd all be done eating and leave the restaurant instead of waiting at the bar.
An hour and a half is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She timed herself and realized it took her 2 hours to get dressed and brush her hair, so she just started getting ready earlier. And now she's actually beaten us to the restaurant.
Yeah.
No.
She's actually realized that was a ridiculous amount of time to get ready for casual brunch and has made other changes as well.
Am I the arsehole for refusing to pay my mother-in-law back for a gift I never asked for? Storytime. So my mother-in-law recently bought us this brand new coffee machine. I was a little bit confused at first because we have a coffee machine and it wasn't broken. It works just fine. But whatever, it was a really nice coffee machine, so I accepted. We got it all set up. It looked really, really nice on the counter. But then, as she was leaving, she was like, oh, by the way, can you just send me the 30 quid, by the way? And she goes, well, I'd only been planning on putting 50 quid down for the coffee machine. However, it cost me £30 extra than that, so you're going to have to pay that second 30 quid. Not quite sure that is how gift giving works. She must have sensed my confusion because she looked at me, she's like, I don't mind paying more, like it's not a problem. I just want you to be happy. I said, well, clearly it does if you're asking me to pay this extra £30. She's like, well, you know, it's just more a matter of principle than anything. And then she left. And then she left. When she left, I thought, oh, maybe she's just gonna like let it go or something like that. But God, was I wrong. Because that night, she texted my husband and was like, hi, I'm still waiting for my 30 quid. If you don't send it to me within the next few hours, I'm gonna come and retrieve the coffee machine. So I text her back like, Bertha, you are not getting £30 from me. That is not how presents work. Guess who's got an issue with this? Steve. Steve has an issue with this because he has now become attached to the coffee machine, whatever that means. And that I should just pay up and give her the amount of money. Will you pay it then, Steve? Steve's story is arse because he said, well, it was a gift to you, so therefore you need to pay. Sorry, does no one in this family have any idea how giving gifts works? He said, I'm being incredibly selfish, I'm making it way harder than it needs to be, and I should just hand it over the money. So what do you think I should do? Am I the arsehole for announcing my sister's pregnancy after finding out that my boyfriend is the dad? Story time. So I was with my now ex-boyfriend Steve for a few years, until a couple of weeks ago, when I found out that he got my 18-year-old sister pregnant. He was around one day and I heard them in my sister's room freaking out over it. Not because she was actually pregnant, but because she knew that if I were to find out, she knew that I would be completely done with her and that Steve did not care about this child. I decided, hey, I see these really fun revenge plots going on all the time on the internet, so I'm gonna have my own fun. So I held it in until a big family gathering, making sure that everyone was there. Steve left the party completely. He literally ran out of that place. My sister came up to me, literally begging me to not hate her. She said, it's a mistake. I'm not going to continue with the pregnancy anyway. Context here, my sister has been living with me for a couple of months now because she had not been getting on with her parents. She had the absolute nerve to ask if she could still stay with me. Steve and I and Amy had planned on moving somewhere bigger now that she was living with us, but that's not happening anymore. I said she can go find a friend to stay with, right? Now the problem here is that she refuses to go and stay with a friend. She doesn't want to stay with anyone else but me. She says she feels safe with me. She can't afford a place on her own and she won't go and stay with her parents. Steve, gone. He's refusing to have anything to do with this situation. However, Steve is equally responsible for this situation as she is, so now I want to know if I'm in the wrong here because my auntie is saying it's absolutely disgusting that I'm not letting a pregnant woman stay with me and that she is vulnerable and young. I said if she's old enough to have big girl affairs, she's old enough to have big girl issues, so